Hi and welcome back to my channel. I guess that's just become my intro now. So today I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about a topic which I've been thinking about quite a bit recently. Okay, so first off, I have like a mark on my lip. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's not food or coffee or anything. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out, but it's kind of irrelevant. So I just kind of want to sit down and talk. I don't know how much I'm going to edit this, but I'm going to try to keep it short. So for those of you who don't know, I'm now in my last term of my university program, and for the summer I'm going to have my bachelors in nutrition and health promotion. So that means that now I'm doing my preparations for my bachelor's essay, and I'm also going to do an internship. And it's got me thinking a lot about, what I want to write about for my essay for my bachelor's. Originally I wanted to do it on my own, but I'm going to write with another girl from my class, so hopefully that's going to work out good. It's not going to be as much work just for myself if I were to do it on my own, but there's always you have to compromise and you have to work together when you write with someone else. But I think it's going to be good. We're both motivated, kind of in the same area, but of course now when I'm sitting thinking about what I wanted to write about, it's gotten me thinking about all these different topics I would like to research and write more about. Like now I'm kind of in the focus on how social media can affect eating or body image, how food accounts can, either can help people eat more healthier or balanced, or how it can affect people negatively, whether they become obsessed with clean eating or they jump onto diets, if there's influencers that are doing maybe detoxes or certain diets and then their followers begin following that as well. So, and it can also lead, or my opinion is that food accounts and that can be positive. They can help people with a more balanced approach, and if someone is qualified and certified and has a good nutrition knowledge, they can help promote a balanced and healthy diet and give nutrition tips. But then there are also those that aren't qualified, they don't have a degree or the right knowledge in nutrition, and they promote unhealthy diets or detoxes or juices, and that can be negative for their followers. I also think that food accounts, if you're someone who follows a lot of food accounts online, maybe watches a lot of what I eat in a days, or a lot of, or you have a lot of food focus on that on your social media, it can become a kind of food obsession, food focus without you really realizing it. And because in my past I have been very food obsessed, I've struggled with eating disorders, and I spend days just looking at food, counting calories, collecting recipes. My mind was just obsessed with food. And now of course I do think a lot about, I have a food blog, I have a food Instagram, I do recipes on here and that. So I am contributing to the food obsession, which there already is online. And that is, I do think about that a lot, because sometimes I feel like I know what it's like to have a food obsession, to just constantly think about food and to compare my food with others. And even when I was sick, I would look at other people's food and I would count the calories in it. And I always wanted to know how much are other people eating, and I loved watching what I eat in a day videos. One, it would make me feel guilty and bad about what I ate, and two, other times it would make me feel great because I'd be like, oh wow, they're eating that much and I'm so good for eating so little. So it contributed to my food obsession and to my eating disorder. It didn't make me sick. That was that was a result of me being sick that I would consume so much food stuff on social media. But it definitely wasn't as big back in like 2011, 2012 as it is now. Even if my social media has a food focus, for me it isn't an obsession, it is something I truly enjoy. I love creating recipes, trying new foods, sharing the recipes, like that is what I love. I love being able to like share the photos of the food and share the recipes and inspire people for plant-based eating. Like it's like the plant-based eating which I love inspiring others to do and trying new recipes. So for me it's something I love and I don't stress about it. I do admit that, you know, creating recipes, writing the blog posts, if I'm filming, all of that does take a lot of time, and there is planning, there's buying the food. Sometimes I have to test the recipes several times if it's a certain recipe. So of course that does put a food focus, which I mean you could question and argue is it good. Okay, sorry, the memory ran out, so I had to delete some stuff and my battery is gonna run out. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so you could argue that, you know, me having like a food social media could be unhealthy, especially with my past eating disorders. So I completely understand that. But I also know that for me, it isn't unhealthy right now. It's not a food obsession because it does take up part of my life and part of my mind and that, but also I have so much more in my life than just like my food social media. But then of course, you know, I am studying nutrition and there's a food focus on that as well. And I have written a blog post about, you know, if there's a food obsession and that, considering that I spend my days studying nutrition and then on the side I do my food social media. But it's also about, you know, health, self-love, body love and all of that, so it's not just food. But what I wanted to talk about anyway, after all of this, is that I'm thinking about ideas for my essay now, and something which I think is so interesting and which I would love to study more is about how all this like food, so many social media accounts, you know, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, I said that already, all of those accounts based on food, how it is affecting people. Because I personally think it's kind of new. I know it isn't because there's always been like TV programs about food and magazines and all of that, so it's not new, but it feels like there is definitely a hype around it, or like it's kind of exploded, and I would love to know how it affects people, you know, whether it affects them positively or negatively. But I think that unconsciously people are being affected by it, and it doesn't have to be a negative, it can definitely be a positive. Like so many people have told me that my accounts have helped them find a better relationship with food. Like they see that, you know, you can eat everything, that you can eat like large portions, you can like feed your body and mind and give yourself the energy you need, and that you can eat everything in moderation. So many people have said that they find that inspiring and helpful, and that I've helped them find balance with food. But I also noticed that there's a lot of people that ask me, you know, what I eat in a whole day, how many calories I eat, and kind of this obsession about how much do others eat, comparing your intake with others. And you may have noticed that from previous videos that I am kind of against doing full days of eating, because I think that my intake is irrelevant for anyone else. Like I prefer to focus on inspiring, and I can do that. And I can do that via like recipe videos, or maybe I'll show you 1 or 2 meals I eat in a day. Which brings me to, you know, my Instagram isn't a food intake or a food diary, it's 1 or 2 meals which I think could inspire you, but it's not me showing you this is exactly how I eat in a day, because that is irrelevant. But then of course I want to try to keep it personal, and because people want to see what I eat, I do share other meals and that I eat, just to show you that, you know, not every meal has to be Instagram perfect. You know, it can look like a mess but still be tasty and delicious and nutritious. But I just want to say that, you know, I think it's important to look at who you are following and why, and to question, you know, what are you getting out of it? Because you should be inspired and motivated, or maybe you just like the pictures, that's fine, but just question, you know, why you are following someone. Like all these, you know, food challenges and full days of eating, what are you getting out of it? Are you being inspired? Maybe seeing, you know, new meal ideas or recipes or whatever, you know, that's great. But if all you are watching is full days of eating or lots of food challenges, like I could say a lot about, you know, these food challenges, because so one part of me wants to try the 10,000 calorie challenge just to see if I could do it, because I think I could. But the other part of me thinks that, you know, isn't this contributing to binge eating? Like, it's not giving a healthy, balanced approach to eating. Like, I get it that it could inspire people to, you know, eat whatever they wanted and to, you know, find a more balanced approach to eating. But I also think that it can do a lot of harm. Like watching people eat, whether it's mukbangs or full days of eating or food challenges, it's like, okay, every once in a while it might be kind of entertaining and that, but if that's all you're watching, I think you should question why you are doing it and if it's actually giving you something. Yeah, anyway, like I've mentioned before, I mean, I do question what I do on social media and if it's contributing to something negative, because that is the last thing I want. I want to inspire you all, and I definitely don't want to contribute to food obsession or food, or like a negative relationship with food, because food should be part of your life. You should enjoy it, enjoy eating it, you know, taking the time to cook and like nourish your body, but it shouldn't be your whole life either. So yeah, just take a moment to, you know, look at who you're following and why, and ask yourself, you know, why do you want to see what other people are eating? Because what someone else eats or how many calories they eat or whatever, it is irrelevant to you. It really is. So yeah, that's just some of my thoughts, and I would love to learn more. I would love to research more about it and write an essay about it, but maybe that would be my master's, who knows. For now, I'm not fully sure what my thesis or essay will be about. Something with health psychology, eating, food, maybe body image issues, something like that. Not fully sure, but I will of course let you all know, my blog anyway, for those interested. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this little talk. I just wanted to share my thoughts, and let me know what you think, what your thoughts are about this topic, and give this video a like, subscribe if you like my content. My videos are very varied right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and if any of you are wondering, you know, what I study, I have a blog post about that. I will link it down below, and some other like food related thoughts on that I have written blog posts about, so all linked down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, it's a healthy lifestyle, and I will catch you all next week.